In this video, I will discuss the Creating Thesis and Outline assignment, which is designed to help you get started with your essays for this class. To begin with, you're going to write a thesis statement, and please remember that a thesis statement contains the subject of your essay and the point you're making about that subject. So your thesis should act as a guide to focus the writer and the reader. You want to remember that your thesis should be general enough to cover all the points you're going to make in your essay, and then it should be limited to 1 to 2 sentences. To help get started with writing your thesis statement, try asking the following questions. First, who or what is my subject? Second, what point do I want to make about my subject? Once you answer those questions, put them into 1 to 2 sentences, and that will create your thesis statement. Once you have a thesis statement, you need to support it. So to support your thesis statement, to come up with those supporting points, put your thesis into a question or make your thesis a question. And you can do so by using words like who, what, where, when, why, how, in what way, and so forth in front of your thesis statement to turn it into a question. Once you have turned your thesis into a question, you want to answer those questions. And those answers will help you generate your major supporting points that you will then develop into your essay when you get to writing your rough draft of your essay. And there is not a specific required number of supporting points. So you may not need all 4, you may need more than 4. It's really dependent upon what you're writing and how much information you need to include in your own individual essays. Once you have answers to your thesis, the question that you made from your thesis, you need to then get more specific. So your specific examples will ensure that you have enough evidence to prove the information that you came up with in your major supporting points. So what you want to do is come up with one specific example or instance, maybe something that has a specific name or a number that further supports the information that you have come up with in points A, B, C, and D. And I did include a sample creating thesis and outline for the personal statement in this week's lessons. So if you need to see what this looks like broken down from a former student, then you can take a look at that, and that will be helpful as well. The last part is a conclusion. So sometimes students by this point kind of run out of steam, but you want to end strong. The conclusion is the last impression you're leaving on your readers. So for the outline, I don't expect you to write your complete conclusion, but at least a couple sentences to show the direction, or maybe any kind of final thoughts or ideas that you think would be important to include in your conclusion. If you have any questions about this assignment, please let me know. I'm happy to help and go over this in more detail with you. Thank you.